What's going on, everybody? This is Tyler Wiebe from Pro Physique, and today we're going to talk about what to eat so you can lose weight. Alright, welcome back everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic week so far. Just trying to survive the cold in the Pacific Northwest. At least it's not snowing, thank goodness. It's just cold. But today I wanted to talk about a question that I get a lot of, or a statement that I get a lot of when I'm talking to potential clients. It's, what do I need to eat? Or please tell me what to eat. This is something that is very, very common and has been very common for quite a number of years. What we eat will determine whether we lose body fat or not. I'm not saying that as a statement, I'm saying that is the statement that has been very popular for many, many years. Whole companies and diets and businesses have been built upon this premise. You can go do a quick Google search, what to eat, lose weight, and you'll probably have a million articles. You won't even need to get to page 2 of eat this, not this to lose weight. 10 magical foods, or eat this, not this. You will see that everywhere with this belief that as long as we eat certain foods, you are going to lose weight. And typically, you eat your very clean foods, your chicken, your broccoli, jasmine rice or brown rice, depending on which article that you read, to lose body fat. And if you have anything that is processed or, cookie or anything like that, you will not lose body fat, right? That is the whole idea. Now, is this true? No, this is not true. So if you were here to finally get the magical foods that are going to cause you to lose weight, I apologize that this is not the case. Unfortunately, there is no, or maybe fortunately, but depending on the way you look at it, there are no magical foods that if you eat, you will automatically lose weight. Okay, so let's establish that right there. That's not what this is about. Now, let's still keep this in mind. What you eat at the end of the day will not matter as long as you are in a caloric deficit. That is going to be the most important factor, and really the only factor that is going to contribute to your weight loss / fat loss. All right? Now, that being said, can eating more whole nutrient dense food sources, quote unquote clean, help with this process? Yes, they can greatly help with this process. There's a distinction though. Because you eat these foods does not mean that you are losing body fat. It's because you are in a caloric deficit that you are eating, that you are losing body fat. So, how can these foods help with this? Well, typically, as we go along in our diet, calories are going to start to drop. Now, we have the benefit of these whole nutrient dense food sources being very dense with nutrients and calories. And so what that is that it is very hard to overeat on them, and it is easier to feel full on them because you don't eat a lot and there aren't a ton of calories in there. So think of something like veggies. It'd be very hard to overeat a bowl full of broccoli or a bowl full of carrots or anything like that. And so these food sources are really going to come into play as calories get lower, because you're just not going to have a lot of room to maybe have those 2-3 Oreo cookies that you did when your calories were higher, right? And so while they are going to be the majority part of your diet, they aren't going to be magical in the sense that just again, because you're eating them, you are losing body fat. So that is where, I would always recommend my clients to choose the majority of their sources of food from. But being able to have that flexibility and knowing that, hey, like if I really wanted to, I can have, that Oreo cookie to at least satisfy some type of craving, or to have, that little bit of treat at the end of the day that allows you to stay on track with your diet. That is probably one of the most important factors of the mental side of flexible dieting, is that we are not choosing to restrict ourselves from having certain foods that we might enjoy, right? We are choosing to have whole nutrient dense sources because our calories are getting lower and you are going to feel more full and you are just going to be able to get through the day a little bit easier with those. But at the beginning of the day, let's say if you can plan your whole day maybe around that one Oreo cookie, right, that gives you that little incentive to really stay on track. And so we have this decreased risk of abandoning the diet for, you know, a day or two type of thing that sometimes can happen when you really restrict yourself and just not allow yourself to maybe have that one treat or two treat here or there to just kind of give you that little boost to really kind of get you through the day. I mean, I know when I was dieting that if I knew like I had kind of a cookie at the end of the night or whatever, that would really kind of give me the push on some of the days when I really didn't really want to hit my macros, that, okay, like I do all this and then boom, I can really enjoy that cookie, again, whatever, at the end of the day. But that being said, at some point in your diet, you are going to get to a point where that's probably just not an option. And again, this is a choice, right? That is, again, where that big distinction is coming from, where, you know, you're telling yourself that you absolutely cannot have it because it's bad for you, where you go, no, I have this goal in mind and this is where we are at in this goal. It's for a small amount of time and I am choosing to eliminate that from my life for now while till I hit my goal. All right, so what to eat, again, at the end of the day, does not matter when it comes to fat loss and fat gain. You will lose body fat as long as you are in a caloric deficit. Now, are there better choices that you could choose while in a diet? Yes, and typically these are going to be your common clean foods because you are just going to get more nutrients from them and there is a higher chance of you feeling more full throughout the day, again, as calories get lower. Because when you have, like, say, something like a Pop-Tart, that's going to be digested very quickly. It's not going to sit in your stomach for very long. Whereas maybe you have carrots and cucumbers and maybe like an apple, well, that's going to take a little bit longer to digest. You're probably going to get the same amount of carbs, but you're going to feel a lot more full for a longer period of time. So that's going to be everything for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, if you made it this far expecting me to tell you some magical foods to eat, again, I'm sorry, not sorry. Just eat enough protein, be in a caloric deficit, enjoy some treats while in your diet if you can fit it within your macros and not be, you know, super hungry. Don't be dumb. You know, if you've got 100 grams of carbs, do not have 2 Pop-Tarts because you will be sorely disappointed for the rest of the day, considering you only have about 35 grams of carbs left. But that's going to be everything today, guys. Again, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Really just trying to build this channel here in this new year. So any content that you would like to see, questions answered in future videos, go ahead, just leave that down below or shoot me a message. I would be more than happy to include any of your questions in future videos because this is all for you. So have a great rest of your Wednesday, guys, and we'll talk soon.